Everyone. Hello, hello. Okay, we're going to get started. My settings here. All right, let's get started on the mat, connecting to our core as always. So, belly button to spine, spine to belly button, shoulder blades back, drop them down as if you have pockets back there. Keep those lower abdominals pulled in, and then lift through the spine up through the crown of the head. Big deep breath. Exhale, engage all three steps and breathe normally. Remove my socks, forgot to do that. And let's roll back. Pull the knees up and then place the feet down. Pull belly button tight to spine. I always talk about this as like, think of like a cummerbund on a tuxedo, that horizontal, kind of right there below the waistline, in between the lower part of the pelvis and the belly button. Pull that in super tight, shoulder blades down, lock your tummy, press your back into the mat. So it's not like we're really tucking our pelvis here. We're just pulling in our abdominals, bringing our shoulder blades down and pressing our back into the mat, engaging these lower abdominals and breathing normally. Such a great mindset connection to do every single day, to remind the brain to use this muscle, this deep transverse abdominal muscle, as your primary stabilizer, protecting that lumbar spine, and then engaging the shoulder blades down. Now bring knees up over the hips. And a lot of times the knees will want to come too far forward, so making sure they're directly over the hips. Bring your arms at your side, and we're going to do a simple heel tap. So it's harder to keep your back pressed into the floor when your knees are up. So make sure you're keeping belly button to spine, spine to belly button, and we're just going to alternate 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 more. Hold the knees up. Just getting warmed up here. If you've been sitting or standing for long periods, you're definitely going to feel how good this feels to remind your body to engage that TVA set of muscles. Back out. Now arms come straight up, shoulder blades down, alternating arm and leg. Basic dead bug. In the gym, a lot of times I attach a band to your leg, or I hook you up to the cable. We pull that cable in, adding resistance. But you don't have to do that to get a really good deep core workout. Just using your own body weight is enough, especially when you add to it by pushing and then pulling. So you can just press and let gravity do the work, or you can push like you're pushing through concrete and pull like you have bands attached to you. You can intentionally imagine that added resistance when you're doing this, and you can make it harder for you. 3 more. 2, 1. And pull the knees in. You're already feeling that, potentially in your quads, but hopefully primarily in these lower abdominals. We want them to be what's doing most of the work. You might be feeling your hip flexors a little bit right through here, and you might have also been feeling your quads. Let's do a little figure 4 stretch. We're gonna just open up that hip. We're gonna bring our hands through and we're just gonna pull this knee through. Just a very light stretch, not too intense just yet. Just open up that right hip. Your right heel is crossed over your left knee. We don't stretch enough. None of us do. Switch to the other side. A lot of what we do here with my method, we're getting a lot of active stretching within the exercise, however, so we are getting the benefit of a lot of stretching during the exercise, but it's so important to stretch after. So I tend to push with my elbow here. I'm pulling my right knee toward me, and I'm pushing my left leg away at the same time, just adding that little bit of extra. So I'm getting a good stretch in here through the hip. And both knees forward, soles of your feet together, and then pull your feet in, press with your elbows to increase that stretch. Just opening up the hips, really getting the lymphatic flow, the lymphatic fluid flowing through all the lymph nodes, helping the circulation and those large arteries that run down through that pelvis area. All right, back into dead bug. This is when I'm training people in the gym, this lower abdominal area is always the area where I find people need the most work. We like to build our arms, we like to build our legs. They're easier muscles to work. So I spend a lot of time here on purpose. So it's repetitive on purpose because that consistency will keep reminding us and keep building that roadmap in our brain to remind us that this is our automatic primary first order, I like to say first responder. And that's what's going to help keep our back safe and keep us in that center of gravity so we have better balance and posture as well. So back to dead bug. Now you're going to take your left knee and you're going to take it out to the side like this. It's like a dead bug hydrant. If we're on our hands and knees, it's called hydrant. And then we're going to take our opposite arm out to the side. So it's kind of a pat your head, rub your tummy kind of a situation. So you're opening up your arm to the side and you're taking that left leg out to the side. But you're keeping your right leg where it is. That's the hard part. This is good for the brain. It's a different movement. It causes the brain to have to really think about keeping this leg stable while the opposite leg is turning out. So we're turning that leg in the hip socket and taking it out using these deep internal obliques. Now other side. So the brain has to now think about how to do that. So this is really good for cognitive exercise as well. Same reason we want to do crosswords and all these types of brain exercises. I try to do crosswords and word puzzles on the airplane. It's always kind of your downtime, right? And a lot of people will just check out and watch a movie, which is nothing wrong with that, or read a book. Great, excellent for the brain. I love to do something different, just challenge my brain in another way. So this is what we're doing, challenging our brain in another way. So it's a dead bug combo with a hydrant on our back, like we've done the hydrant on our hands and knees before. Good, so inner thigh, also known as adductors. And then we're also getting that medial glute as we press it out to the side. Now, when you pull your knees up, engage your arms, drive your shoulders down, pull your tummy in, and make it an active stretch. So you're engaging your upper body muscles, you're engaging your lats, you're pulling your tummy in while you're stretching that lumbar. We can do both, and I love that. Whew, big deep breath. Okay, put your hands on your right knee, flex your heel. A simple little kind of modified bicycle here. Elbows stay up, shoulders stay down. And then you're going to bring your hands up. You're going to bring your legs together at about a 45-degree angle, and then you're going to press and hold the opposite knee, pressing the alternate leg. Inhale here, exhale here. Inhale here, exhale here. Kind of a modified, slowed down bicycle, keeping belly button to spine. We're going to do 8 more of these. They're a lot harder than they look if you do them correctly. Keeping your back pressed down, keep by pulling your belly button to spine. The slow intentional movement makes it harder. It's easier to just start bicycling, right? It's easier to just start using momentum. But we don't go there. Not for this type of core stabilized work. 2 more. Good. Pull the knees in. Pull the knees to the left while the right arm goes out to the right. Get yourself a really good little active stretch here. And switch to the other side. Oh, I felt a good pop. Every once in a while, you get a really good deep spinal twist in a healthy way. You get a really good pop. That was a good pop. Couple more. We're going to go into another modification of a bicycle. All right, so we're going to bring our knees out over our hips. Let's just put our feet down just for a second and reconnect. Your abs might be tired by now. If you're feeling anything in your back, we want to release that. Pull up the pelvic floor, pull in the lower abdominals, bring your shoulder blades down, arms at your sides, palms are up. Push into your heels and press your back into the floor, lock your tummy in. Hold this position, really tight right here. Big breath, relaxed at the shoulders, and you can adjust your neck however you choose. If it feels better to raise your chin, if that elongates your neck more, depends on your neck shape. And everybody's neck shape is a little bit different because it's adapting to our posture. You sit at a desk and you're looking forward into a computer. Your neck might be out of correct shape. It's supposed to be more like this, and it might be more like this. So depending on where your neck is, you might choose to tuck your chin slightly and stretch that cervical spine, or you might feel better to bring your chin up and create more of a curvature in that cervical spine. However that feels better to you, just keep your shoulder blades down and your palms up and lock your tummy in. And breathe, big deep breaths. We all need those big deep breaths. Keeping your tummy tight. We're training our body to stay engaged while we breathe. So we're training our muscles that we can hold our deep core while we're allowing the diaphragm to raise and lower to our breath to provide air into our lungs and for our lungs to expand and deflate. So we're teaching our muscles how to do that simultaneously. That's really important to be able to do. Hope that makes sense. Comment if it doesn't. This is clearly I'm feeling led to do a lot of teaching and a lot of centering in this workout this week. I know I need this workout this week. So much of what I do is up and moving and lifting and pulling and all these wonderful exercises I love to do in the gym. But this centering work, this breath with our mind to muscle connection, so important and effective as well, because we're reminding the body to use this lower abdominal area. This is your body's natural girdle. The stronger your transverse abdominis is, the more it pulls in and firms up the tummy here, which is a lot of, if we've had children, right? This is a lot of the area that women that come to me, they're complaining about. And so we're engaging this and helping our body to pull that in tighter. All right, now we're going to go into another dead bug modification of the bicycle. This time we're going to bring our arms. I love this pose. It just feels very, very, oh, what is the word? Just very prayerful, very connected. I love this, cradling the head. Palms of my hands are together, my elbows are together, and then we're keeping our shoulder blades down and we're bringing our knees up over our hips, and we're going to push through our right heel. And then as we push out through our right heel, we're pulling up the pelvic floor and pulling the tummy in. So a lot happens in just pushing through that heel. And then we bring it back to center and we switch. I'm going to do 12 of these. I like to close my eyes. I typically have my music on. I'm either rocking out to something that's got me super energized, or I'm a lot of times in praise mode and I've got some great worship music on and I'm enjoying that time. 6 more. 5, I just adjusted to bring my elbows back together. They had come open. 4, really press. Again, as I'm pressing through my heel, I'm pulling up my pelvic floor. 2 more. Last one. Good. Pull those knees up. Woo, another set of those. That's really good. Let's do a second set. And then we're going to do some roll ups. So a lot on our back today. A lot of just real deep transverse abdominal connection. Last week's workout was a lot of side plank. If you did that one, you did a lot of side plank, which I love side planks. They're probably my favorite. I prefer them over front planks, honestly. I'm not sure why. I just do. Most people prefer front planks. I think it's whatever. I guess I don't know really why. Whatever we find maybe easiest. I don't know. Or maybe less challenging. I don't know. Whatever the criteria is. Okay, knees come out over the hips. Belly button to spine. Shoulder blades down. Press. Press through the heel. Pull up through the pelvic floor, engaging all of those lower abdominals. 3. Doing another 12. 7. 4 more. Should be feeling it low in the abdomen, way down here. If you put your hands here, you'll feel those muscles. 2 more. Good, bring the knees up. Cross the ankles, let's go into a frog stretch or pretzel stretch. Pulling the knees back toward the armpits. Switch your ankles, keeping the symmetry, other side. Take a big, deep cleansing breath, exhale. Oh, that felt so good. That big, deep breath all the way to the bottom of your lungs. We don't breathe deeply enough throughout the day. We get very subconscious in our kind of vital breathing, and we just get in this subconscious state where breathing is very shallow. A lot of times we get into a stress state. So taking the time to just release that and take a deep breath is huge. All right, both legs come straight up. Lock your belly button to your spine, shoulder blades down. Hands are gonna go behind our head. So it's like we're laying our head in a hammock and our elbows stay wide. And this is our position for the entire set, 12 reps of a single leg scissor. This time the toe is pointed slightly. A lot of times we're flexing the heel. This time our toe is slightly pointed, nice and slow. And again, we're pressing and then we're pulling it up. So we're not just letting gravity take us, we're intentionally working with this movement. We're going to do 2 sets of these. 6, 7, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Knees come in. Woo! Those are hard if you do them right. We're not just swinging. A lot of people will do that, just scissor back and forth, but now they're just pulling on their back and using momentum. When it's a press and then a pull, I imagine I'm pushing down through concrete and I'm pulling back up through. So I always feel like that's better. Let's go back and redirect again. Let's go ahead and just stretch. Inhale deeply, expanding the stomach with air. And then exhale and pull it back. Press your back in, drop your shoulder blades down, stretch through the crown of the head. Position your head, whatever feels best for your neck, whatever your neck needs. Take a breath, exhale, align your spine with the mat. So imagine you're aligning your spine so deeply with your mat that if you were to get up, you would see the indentation of every vertebrae individually beneath you. That's how deeply you're imagining. I'll start at the base of my head and just press all the way down to my tailbone and then all the way back up. You can just see the picture of your spine and just see each vertebrae. Such a powerful thing to connect with your body that way, to know what that anatomy looks like and see it and know that that's within you and connect with the fact that that's yours, that you are growing those cells every single day. You are growing those like children within you. I always explain it like this. The cells of your body are like your children. And if you've had children, you know that feeling of that child growing within you, and you're so protective and so caring and so intentional about what you're fueling, feeding, giving to that growing child. And so, you know, it might sound far off to think about that, but it's not. Every cell within you that is brand new, that is growing into a mature cell to make your bone, to make your skin, to make your liver, to renew the cells of your heart muscle and everything, the connective tissue and all of it. Every cell is a new cell that you are growing within you, and it depends on you. I think of this every day, like, what am I fueling? It depends on me what I'm feeding all of those cells. So anyway, side note, but that helps you to really stay super connected to all the cells of the body. Okay, shoulders down again, pull the knees up for a little stretch, straight legs, another set of scissors. Let's just go ahead and use this opportunity to grab behind the knees, pull your legs towards you, bring your shoulders down, come up a little higher, increase that stretch. Doesn't have to be too much. Come up to your ankles, increase that stretch, grab your toes, bend your knees, press and stretch, bend your knees, press and stretch. Good, so now we're back to scissors, hands behind your head, and 12 of these. Probably already feel a little bit looser in your back, a little bit more stable and connected to your transverse abdominal muscle. Here's 3. We're gonna do some roll-ups after this with a 5-pound dumbbell. You can use a can of soup, you can use a book, anything to hold on to. 6 more after this. We're gonna go back to dead bug. We're gonna do some bridges. Then we'll be done. Really good reconnection to deep core prime stabilizers with this workout. Really feels good and needed. I know it's been a stressful time for a lot of people. I've talked with a lot of friends and of course every day with clients. And I know that the whole back to school and, you know, it's just a lot. It's a lot and everybody's going through a lot. So if this can provide people with a little bit of extra reconnection to the strength and power within you, remembering that, drawing on that, feeling the safety of that you are supported. Your body knows intuitively, instinctively what to do. We can align with it, thank it, be grateful. Take breaths, drink water, give our body the best nutrition that we can. Doesn't mean nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. We're going to eat the things we like that are treats. That's okay. Just, I always say, make those treats the healthiest version you possibly can. All right, we're gonna just bring ourselves up with one knee. We've been on our back for so long. I don't want you to wrench anything coming up. I'm gonna show you how to bring yourself up in a very healthy, easy way. Stretch that one leg out. Doesn't matter which knee you choose. You're just gonna grab one knee and extend the other leg. You're gonna give yourself a little bit of a rock forward, pulling your tummy in. And just ease your way back up. Okay, you're gonna grab a 5-pound dumbbell or something to hold on to. We're gonna start by connecting here. We're just gonna hold it out in front with our elbows bent. You're gonna roll back. Take that weight overhead. As it comes back, you're gonna roll head, shoulders, spine, right back up. Inhale, roll back. And exhale, roll forward. Inhale, roll back. 12 of these, nice and slow. We tend to always want to speed everything up. I hope I'm encouraging you to take time during your workout sometimes to make it very much a peaceful, still challenging, but very much a peaceful core strength connection. So clearly we're not working biceps, triceps, or shoulders. This is all deep core today. I know I needed this, like I said before. 2 more. Take a big deep breath here. Exhale. We'll do that again one more time. Unroll. Big deep breath. Exhale. All right, keep with the roll up. Now we're going to add bringing the left leg up for 4 reps. Inhale here. Up that leg. 3 more. Other side for 4. We'll come up into a V-sit. So if you're holding a book, you can just put that down and you can just hold your knees like so. Holding a can or something, just put that down. If you have a dumbbell, kind of fun to just pull that in. It just increases the V-sit. And now we're gonna roll back down again. And we're gonna take our knees out over our hips. And then we're gonna extend to a 45. And we're just gonna roll up and then stretch out. 12 of these. Seven. And then we're gonna stretch. 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. Good job. All right, bring your left leg all the way out. Dig your heel in, bend your right knee, bring your right arm out to the side, grab across your right knee with your left hand, and gently pull that across in a very easy spinal twist. Lock your belly button to your spine, pull your tummy, come back, switch sides, take a breath. Bring your left knee across your body. Now we're going to gently bring ourselves up again. We're going to go into what I call the windmill stretch. You're going to align your spine, bringing your sternum right on your knee. And you're going to lower yourself down. And then drop over, pull your tummy in. And feel the stretch in your right hip if you are lying across your right knee. If you're lying across your left knee, you'll feel your left hip clearly. Come up. Flip flop. And align the sternum over the left. Two more stretches. You're going to extend your left leg out in front and then bend your right knee. Get ready to put your weight on this right foot and the left palm of your hand. Lock your tummy in, lifting from the transverse abdominal muscle and stretching up and over in a rainbow. Oh, I forgot to do the bridge. We're going to do the bridge before we end this. Other side. Lock tummy. Up. Rainbow over. Oh, that feels so good. Such a good stretch. Down. And roll back again. Pull belly button to spine. Palms are down this time. And you're going to roll up through your spine until you're on your scapula, not your neck. If you've rolled up too far, you'll feel kind of that constriction. So you bring it, your upper body, upper torso back down. Then you lift your hips and hold, squeezing the glutes, locking tummy, nice and tight through the cummerbund area, squeezing the glutes. Lock belly button to spine, extend right leg, hold. 3, 2, 1. Other side. 3, 2, 1. Lift. Roll it back down. Inhale, exhale, roll it back up. And roll back down. Pull the knees up. Not for a full, not all the way, just enough to where you feel you can still keep your back pressed in, but you still feel a good stretch. All right. Rock yourself back up, and we are done. That was fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it. It was exactly what I needed. It was challenging. It was so great for reminding the body how to use those deep core stabilizers. So good. Really great amount of time for a workout too. I think it was like 40-some minutes. Anyway, let us know in the comments what you liked best and if you were able to do all of that and how you feel. I know I feel super energized. I've got a full afternoon, so I'm excited to go do everything this afternoon. And I look forward to seeing you all. We've got to schedule the live call. We will do that. I'll put a poll out for the day that everybody wants, and we will do that. Now that school has started and everybody's schedules will kind of become a little bit more routine, it'll be easier to schedule something. Have a great week. See you soon.